Hello folks, Houston here. I hope you guys are doing well. I hope you guys are having a great day or a great night. And in this update we are going to take a look on the whole crypto market and we will check the fundamentals behind the bull run scenario that everybody is looking for. And we are going to check numbers. So no opium, no moon, no lambus, only math, numbers and what matters. Let's jump. First things first, as always, don't forget to hit the like button, share with your friends, and subscribe as well. We are exchanging my knowledge for your time and we grow together. And let's jump into the charts. Okay, folks, so the left chart is total market cap, okay, which is basically Bitcoin chart. And the second one is the total to market cap, which is everything excluding Bitcoin. So like I said, the first one is almost basically Bitcoin, and the second one is it's like the Ethereum chart. Okay, so it's like the two leading indicators for the whole market. Bitcoin, we are going to check Bitcoin dominance, which I believe it's around 690%, and Ethereum was around 10% a few hours ago. So the key things here is this. If you guys remember, the last time we talked about dominance, the dominance, it's like a multiplier. Okay, so higher the number, the other coins will see less volume because the money will flee to the for Bitcoin in this case. Okay, so let's take a look one by one. Let's start with total 2. Just 1 second. Okay, so this chart here is very similar with Ethereum, okay? And one of the reasons, as you guys already know, most of the tokens out there are measured on Ethereum, okay? And another thing that we are going to take a look here that I saw people, some people saying, well, that's not possible, it's not possible, it's not possible, the market cap needs to be above trillions. So this is a urban legend, okay? And I'm going to show you numbers for market growth and expansion based on previous history and not only for crypto, okay? Also, the same is true for stocks like just a second, like Amazon, Google, and etc. 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 Let me see if I can find the proper numbers here. Just 1 second. Okay, hold on. Let's use the. Let's see how many lines we can draw here. Hold your hats. Okay, that's the number we are looking for. Hold on. So guys, this is the first time I'm doing this, okay? So it may take a little time, but you guys are going to see what is the point. Just 1 second. As you guys can see, there is a lot of zeros here. I'm not going to highlight the ones below, only the ones above, okay? Because that's what matters, what we are looking for, the progression, okay, and not the retraction. So as you guys can see here, just a second. Sorry. So we went from like 4 or 5 millions, okay, for the total 2. And right now we are at 92 billions, okay? So as you guys can see, the exponential, the multiplier for market growth is way beyond most people can have an idea or understand, okay? And so as you guys can see, so for this is for Ethereum and the other tokens, okay? Have this in mind. So as you guys can see, this range right here for 600, 900 and 1 trillion and 597 billion, it's very close, okay? And as we know, when we break out from this structure right here, we don't know if it's going to be a straight move, probably not, okay? But it is possible to be something like this, okay? Two step move, first, second and third impulsive move. And as you guys can see, the market cap is not applied against the number of the coins, okay? This is against the number for market progression, growth, okay? So back in the day, who could say that we were going to reach all this number here? 452 billion, and when we had at 100 million. So most people are always limited with what they can see. They can't see progression because it's not in the charts, okay? So the target, okay, so let me see here. I will not be able to make the target. Let me take a look on the weekly. Okay, so what we are talking about here, it's a 300% progression in the way above. So it could be any number above 610 billion. Okay, so it would lead us to $2.4 trillion only for Ethereum and possibly the altcoins like tokens as well. And for that level, let me see if I can see here, just 1 second. Okay, is this level right here? Yes, it's correct. And let's take a look for the next one. Just 1 second and hold your hats. Hold on. Okay, so this is a log chart, okay, which is not a big deal when we are measuring the progression. Okay, so as you guys can see, it doesn't matter if it's a log chart or a normal chart. It's not going to change anything at all, okay? So the numbers we are looking here for the exponential growth, in my humble opinion, for total 2, we are talking about more than 3 trillion, okay? And in around 5 billion, also it can be around 12. Okay, but the next number here that I'm using, just a second. Yes, so it's a range for 6 trillion, almost 7, and the next one, it's let me see, just a second. Yes, so this is the ranges that I am looking for the total market cap. Sorry, for the next bull run, and I'm not saying the way up. Okay, we are talking about a potential target and a validation for the whole scenario. Okay. So measuring the way up is very easy because we keep moving and people can see the numbers. but we are working in the numbers that cannot be seen yet, but we know they are there, and they are also used by the market makers. Okay, so this is nothing from the hat, this is not an illusion at all. And so as you guys can see, we have a potential, and also is very close, still close in my opinion. Okay, because as you guys can see, we had a much more aggressive move on the first days. Okay, and it is possible to have the same percentage in gains, or somewhat a fewer gains. And the thing here is, let's take a closer look now. So it's basically Ethereum chart, okay, and I made a previous analysis on Ethereum that for people who are aware of Ethereum analysis, it's not only about Ethereum, it's also about all the other tokens, okay? All the tokens developed on top of Ethereum. So it's very, very significant that this is not only about Ethereum, okay? So let's take some notes here, just 1 second. Okay, so this structure right here is very, very similar to gold back in the day, before the bull break. Okay, when we had a scenario which was not symmetrical, but we made it a higher high compared with the previous one, which was very significant and key for later bullish continuation. Okay, this is also very important because some people think that for example, later bullish continuation is something like this. No, it's something like this. Okay, I'm not saying this is going to happen for crypto, because as you guys can see, we are already overdue in this pattern right here. And okay, so for the bigger picture, what we are expecting for Ethereum and the other tokens, we are expecting a last leg below, which is not going to be a double bottom or a lower low. Okay, and so it is possible to see another just a second, another move close to this level here, which is around 51 billion. Okay, it's way aggressive. It is also true that can be a little ahead, around 63 billion. And as you guys can see, just by hand, 3.6 and 6.3, okay, are the range that we are looking for the contraction. Let me make a better draw here. So this is the levels we are looking for contraction before expansion. Okay, that's how it works. That's how we measure using Fibonacci. Let me see if I'm not missing anything here. Just 1 second. Okay, so once this next move here is ready, it's done, the next one here, the one we are waiting for, I will be able to have targets for Ethereum. Okay, and I know the first targets, one is inside the bigger structure and the other one is above. So the first target and the second target is around this level right here. Okay, so as you guys can see, the price action, the behavior is not related to the amount of volume that we needed. It's the other way around. The volume needed will chase the market expansion. That's how it works. That's now how most people are talking about it. It's like a magnet. Okay, so We know that volume precedes price. Yes, and what volume gives? Or a bear break or a bull break. And for the example of a bull break, we are seeing many coins that are having like lower highs and lower lows, and volume keeps going up. If the market cap theory was valid, this scenario here would not be possible because it doesn't match, right? So that's exactly what we are looking for. We know the pressure is building. Okay, this is not a valid pattern, it's just a way to let me make a better draw for some of you guys to have a better understanding. Just 1 second. So it's something like this. It doesn't need to be symmetrical. This is not technical analysis. This is a way that I'm using to show you what is happening, okay? So this is like a funnel that's going to lead to our bull break, okay? And inside this pattern here, we can see volume going up and price making lower highs. So something is wrong here, but it's not wrong. It's absolutely correct. And so for Ethereum and all the other tokens, it's just a matter of time, like it is for Bitcoin as well. Okay, and let's take a look now at volume. So we have ranging volume since the first days. As you guys can see, there's nothing hidden here. And what amazes me is people calling for new lows with ranging volume. That's something that it's almost impossible to understand. And here for OBV, as you guys can see, we have bullish divergence from this guy right here against all the previous tops, which we had two, one here and another one here. Okay, so we know the structures and patterns moves always by tree. Well, not at least always, but most of times they move around 3. So this is one of the reasons why when I said that 3, 6, and 9 are very significant numbers, and not only for physics and etc., but also for markets as well. So now let's take a look on the total one, which is basically Bitcoin, and we are going to do the same thing to measure the market growth, just for you guys to have an idea. And let's start here. Let me see. Just 1 second. Okay, need 90 zeros for now. Hold on. We are going to look for the next 4 or 5 levels. Just 1 second. Sometimes I always forget the zeros. Let's go. Don't stop now. Okay, now it's becoming interesting. Just 1 second. And we need another one. Hold on. Okay, so I believe this range right here, it's the one that we are looking for. These 3 guys here, okay, and maybe we can have another one. And if I'm not wrong, these 2 guys here are very close to the price forecast that we had, because we have 2. Okay, one from Wall Street forecast, and they are accurate because I saw a previous one that they made back in the day, and they nailed it. Okay, so very uh, important, because we look at the numbers and we try to find the meaning, the reason behind the numbers. That's how we trace if that's true or false. Okay, and for this range right here, we are talking about like 150,000 and $180,000 for each Bitcoin. Okay, uh, so let me see here. It's around 4 trillion and $181 billion in market cap for Bitcoin alone. But the thing here is a thing that we can't forget. Uh, Bitcoin is a risk asset. Okay, so it's a risk asset, and we know that money doesn't stay asleep in this kind of asset class. Okay, we can't compare, for example, crypto with precious metals. They are very different. They can be similar, but they are different. And we see money sleeping on top of gold, silver, palladium, and etc., but not on crypto. And maybe this may happen, may change when regulations kick in, and then we are going to have a better idea of how the market will behave. Okay, but for now, as you guys can see, and as you guys know, it's all about money in and money out, money in and money out. Okay, and now let's take a look. Let me see. For both, there is something more that I want to show you. Oh yes, the dominance. Let's start from Bitcoin. Let's go to the weekly so we can have a better idea on the bigger picture. Just 1 second. Let's start from, let me see, the numbers are not so clear here. Let me see. Okay, let's use 1926. And here we are going from body to body because I can't see the tail here, so it's going body to body. Just 1 second, please. Okay, let's go. I saw some people out there trying to copy my Fibonacci setup, and well, they end up wrong because some charts I used Fibonacci, believe it or not, Fibonacci in the wrong way, just to see what would happen. Okay, so most of you can look at this and say, well, this is correct. Okay, so but the thing here is this setup is to measure expansion and not retraction. And what we are going to do here is to measure contraction and not expansion. So very tricky. Most folks out there are not aware of this. Okay, and let me see here. Okay, for example, what I'm going to do here, I'm going to use two key levels, and I'm going to do the measure in the opposite way because that's not what I am looking to measure. Just give me 1 second. Oh, it's 96. Okay, so and then here I have let me see, a 3541 and 30. Oh, just a second. Okay, I'm going from body to body, no problem. So what I'm looking here, like I said, it's contraction, but I know what the levels are. So what I'm going to do is this. So there's a trick here for Fibonacci because, as you guys know, Bitcoin is a Bitcoin dominance. It's in a downtrend, and this is very natural. There is no problem around it. Bitcoin doesn't need 100% of the whole market to be at like $200,000. Okay, that's not what this is about. So what we are looking here for, it's a contraction. Okay, because we know we are not going up. Okay, so there's two ways to do it. The first one is the one that I showed before. You can also do on this way right here, or in the other way. Okay, the reason I was using the other method is because we know that Bitcoin is probably going to reach like 80 or 80 before going down and making a higher low compared with the previous one. Okay, and this is going to be the key point for the out season. Okay, because we know that every time Bitcoin starts to move up, the money moves from the altcoins and other tokens to Bitcoin. So this is natural. This is bot behavior and also move humans behavior. Okay, and we are likely going to see, for example, let's say Bitcoin right now start to raise like 10,000, 11, 12, 13, 15, and in the first moment we are going to see coins like Ethereum and XRP going up as well, and right after this move will stop, will cease, because the money will jump into Bitcoin. Okay, it's like similar to what happened in 2017. Okay, when we had Bitcoin soaring and the other coins staying flat. And when Bitcoin made his point, all the other coins just went parabolic, because the dominance for Bitcoin start to fade. As you guys can see, the proof is clear. It's here, sorry. We had the bull run that was, okay, so right here. From this moment here, when Bitcoin started to lose the dominance, that's the moment that we had the out season. Okay, and so for contraction, that's the same thing that we are looking for here. It's another aggressive move for Bitcoin to 780 or to the 8080 level, which is going to be an aggressive attack. I don't believe we can see a move to the 8080, but it's possible. Just 1 second. Okay, so any move to this level here, 80-90%, is going to kill, literally kill and smash a lot of projects out there. Okay, and we know there is the market itself has the meanings to protect against a surge on Bitcoin. Okay, I believe that a move around 80%, it's somewhat healthy. It's not the best scenario, but it's somewhat healthy. Yeah. So right after, we are going to have some traction here around the 7.3, 7.3, and 7.4, and right after we are going to pierce and reach the 780.60. And so once this move is done, and we don't know how much time this is going to take, so this is going to be price against time. Okay, and at some point at this level, or even at the one at 80%, that's the moment that we will look for the out season, because that's the point where Bitcoins will start to rest before continuation or whatever, or sideways trade before later continuation as well. So Okay, let's focus now on what we have here. As you guys can see, the method for one, midway, and bottom doesn't apply properly here. As you guys can see, we have 1, 2, 3, and 4, and they have like a very volatility a channel here, and the same that we are looking here, it's valid as well. We have the first structure, and then we have the second one, and then the third one, and then the fourth one. And as you guys can see, it starts to grow larger with time before the bull break or the bear break. And it is also true, back here in the day we had a small one, and then a bigger one, and then a bigger one before the final outcome. Okay, and again, first structure, the second structure, the third one, small one from transition, and then the last one. I'm not going to make proper draws here for structures and patterns, because for what I'm trying to show you, it's irrelevant. Okay, I'm not going to make technical analysis here. It will take a lot of time, and that's not what we are looking for. So now let's take a look for the other scenario to see if the numbers are the same. Just 1 second. Okay, as you guys can see, they are different from about 1 and 60 points. And now let's take a look on this one right here. Just 1 second, hold on. As you guys can, some of you who are familiar with Fibonacci, you know that's always from the left to the right, never from the right to the left. Only and only if you know the proper levels and the direction of the market, because you are measuring, for example, a whole scenario. Okay, but for shorter time frames, doing something like this, it's not valid. Okay, just a hint, and let's move on. Oh, there's another thing that I missed here. Just give me a second. Okay, so here, as you guys can see, after the 50, we had confluence for the average. Golden meaning was triggered way below. Okay, so in this structure right here, we have it looks like we are chasing again. Okay, it's not clear yet, or already chased the 50% again before continuation. Okay, and I believe once Bitcoin close above 6786, it's going to be a big move right after, followed by a big move. Okay, if you don't know Fibonacci, if you are not aware how to use, what you can do, you can set the higher high and the lower high. Just a second. Okay, you can measure all the lows. You don't need to measure all the highs. Okay, just 1 second. So as you guys can see, we didn't have any breach in the previous levels. Even this one here, what we can do about this one is this. Just a second. There is no problem here because it is not going to change the final outcome. Okay, and why we are not going to measure the tops? Because we know that the top is way ahead, so we are not going to nail it. So guys, for Bitcoin dominance, I believe this is it for now. The levels we are looking for are right here, around the 80 range. Okay, and it's also a natural resistance for Bitcoin. and not only for Bitcoin. Okay, so that's the range we are looking for, and there is a high chance for the top to be around this level right here. Very significant number. People in the Champions Club are aware of those numbers, and it's a key level that we are looking for as well. And now let's go to Ethereum dominance. Well, we don't have a lot of data here, but this is the thing that I want to show you. Just 1 second. Okay, let's go. So just 1 second. Okay, so let's use the method that I already showed to you guys. Let's take this one for the high, and this one for the midway, and this one for the bottom. They are accurate, okay? And so what I'm going to show you here, we can mix, okay, this structure, this one, and the previous one. Okay, we cannot mix because each structure holds a nature, okay, and very specific numbers, okay. And also, if we make let's take a quick look here. Just give me 1 second. This is not going to take long. Hold your hats. Okay, so the line doesn't need to be 100% accurate, okay, because we are aware of all the proper levels here that we are looking for. Okay, so this is just a example, okay, have this in mind. So here we have a falling wedge, okay, and here this is the structure that I call the round bottom, like that's not a proper name for it. As you guys can see, just a second. Okay, so let me see here, hold on. Okay, perfect. So as you guys can see here in the bottom, we have a higher low compared with the previous one, which is a round bottom with without 100% retracement, okay, which is bullish for the continuation of the falling wedge structure, okay, and how the falling wedge end up in a bullish move. We had the same move for Bitcoin in a few days behind, and also for gold and silver, okay. That's very interesting. Okay, now what I want to show you here is this. So it's crystal clear. I'm going to highlight all the previous highs just for you guys to have a better idea. Try to follow me. Just 1 second, hold your heads. Okay, I'm not going to address this one here and this one here as well, but I'm going to show you how I see it and how and what we are expecting for it, okay. After the draw and the lines, can you guys see that we have a proper Fibonacci setup here? Just 1 second, I need a just hold on. Okay, let's go. Okay, yes, so as you guys can see, inside this whole range here we have a Fibonacci setup. Actually we have two, okay, one that's lagging behind, that gave us the following structure, and we have another one that's giving us the nest structure for later continuation. Okay, and now let's jump in here for the big thing here. So here I'm going to use the average technical analysis to show you what's happening here from two perspectives. Okay, the first one, we had the bull break. So again, this is Ethereum dominance. Okay, how much of the total market cap is allocated on Ethereum? So we had the bull break from this falling wedge, and now most people look at the bull breaks from falling wedges like this. That's not how it works. Okay, not always, but sometimes it does. Okay, so after the bull break from the falling wedge, we had again a round bottom without 100% retrace, which doesn't give us a double bottom perspective, which can be bullish or bearish depending on the market sentiment and many other things as well. So right after the round bottom, what do we have here? And here we have to watch the specific levels very closely. Just 1 second. Let's go. Hold on just a second. We are almost there. Okay, I believe this is it for now. Let's see here. Let's check the numbers here. 10, 19, and 10, 18. Okay, guys, so let me make like this. Just 1 second. So the top for this range right here with the crosshair is 10, 19. And what we have for the next one is 10, 18. Okay, and some people will never address such a difference, but the thing here is this 001 gave us the lower high compared with the previous one. And also if we check the next one here, it's 10, 14, which is another lower high compared with the previous one. So here we are following a market rule around the structures for about continuation, expansion or contraction, doesn't matter. The market follows a specific rule for both sides. Okay, so it's the same core for both sides. And as you guys can see, let me see if it is on the monthly. Just 1 second. No, it's not on the monthly, maybe on the 3 days. Okay. So now let's take a closer look. So this is Ethereum dominance again. And what we are looking here, just 1 second. Yes. Okay, so this one here. Yeah, it can be here on 10, 11 or on the next one. The only problem with this guy here, this line here, that will be 2 lines on the same level. Okay, so it's a blind spot. We are using this one here for a better understanding. Okay, so what we're looking here, it's the same kind of move that we are waiting for Bitcoin, XRP and other coins as well, which is our last leg down before our bull break. And this structure here, guys, is going to give us a big and fat bull break. Okay, so in this scenario here, we're talking about Ethereum dominance, and the thing around the number, it's a multiplier. Higher the number, higher the aggressive higher the number, more aggressive Ethereum will be. So we already know and saw that at these levels here, Ethereum is always very aggressive. For example, when Bitcoin moves 1%, Ethereum moves like 3, 4, 5%. So you guys can have an idea what Ethereum can do with like a 13% pie of the whole market uh, following Bitcoin. It's going to be a huge move, and we are not even talking about Ethereum 2.0. Okay, so we have very significant things here in motion, and again, so the levels that we have to watch out here, it's so like I said, we are not going to have lower lows or flat lows. Okay, that's against the market mechanics. Is not going to happen. And as you guys saw here, it looks like flat, but we have a very teeny difference. Okay, which makes all the difference and mark up the whole point around this whole structure. And so again, we are looking for the retrace here on Ethereum, and we are very likely to look at a range for 9. Okay, let's make a 9 here. Okay, so any number around 9 in the way down, it's bullish, and closing above is going to be even more bullish. Okay, so that's the move we are looking for. Okay, not the one when we are going down, but the one on the way up. That's what we are looking at. And now let's take a look on oh, just a second, we have to talk about a possible projection here for Ethereum dominance inside the bull run. Let's see here. I believe this move is going to follow maybe in 3 or 5 steps. Okay, and so the outcome for this one here can give Ethereum 13 and 14% of the whole market, and then we may be looking into a broken mirror here for the bigger picture. And the question here, so it's let's talk about this one here first, the bottom. So the first one, a second one, a fourth. Maybe we can have a range around 20, and yeah, so the first one before 26 is 20. That's the one we will be looking for the very aggressive Ethereum. Okay, and so that's the levels that we have to watch out for now. And now let's take a look on XRP dominance. I was watching yesterday, we lost like 6 points, and let's see what we are going to measure here. So the thing here is, so this is the same thing, the same scenario that we checked for Bitcoin. For example, if we are going to measure like this, which is the proper way, we are measuring contraction, further contraction, which is not the case here for reasons that we know that's against the market mechanics. So the proper way that we can look around this level here, it's from here to here. Okay, and for the, let me see, another, okay, so this is the first one that we have to look at. just a second. Sorry. So let's go. No. Let's highlight the first one here. For 78060, we are going to do like this: 78060 first range. And now what we are going to do, we are going to look for the next one or the previous one. And so this one we can tag as second and not the first. Just 1 second. And here is our range for, just 1 second. Okay, so here is 2360 for the first range. As you guys can see, they are inverted because for reasons that I explained. The first one is measuring contraction, further contraction, and the second one, which is the proper one to look at, is moving expansion, which is the one following the market mechanics. Okay. Do you guys remember when I said about the numbers around the XRP? 3, 6, and 9s. Well, they are all over. Okay, so let's even now 3, 3 again. Okay, so another level that we have to look here, it is, just 1 second, I will zoom in a few seconds so you guys will have a proper sight. Okay, and so this guy here is the 80% for the second, not the second, it's the first, yes, the first, oh, sorry, it's the second range, not the first. Yes, perfect. So those are the levels that we are looking for. Let me zoom here. Okay, I will take out Fibonacci, then I will bring in here again. So right now, the levels that we are looking for XRP, a dip on market dominance is 314 and possible 271. Okay, just 1 second. Let me check my sheet. Yes, those numbers are correct. And as you guys can see as well, we are going to end up with higher lows and no break in the bigger structure. Okay, which will lead us to further continuation on market progression. Just a second. Okay, so here it doesn't matter the range. If it's going to be 2, low 3, and 330, which we are now. The major thing, like I was saying to you, is that we keep and maintain the higher lows. Okay, it doesn't matter how low this can be here. The first thing is has to be above 195, which is going to be for sure for reasons that we know, also around ODL. Okay, that are something that I can't acknowledge when I'm making the TA here in this scenario. And so just a second, I'll have to roll back. Okay, so even if XRP make it to 271, it's going to be a aggressive retrace, which I don't believe it's going to go all that low. Okay, but what we are looking for, it's for a further move up following the market expansion from the next bull run. That is the one that we are looking for. And let me see here for 2017. Okay, so this one was the from the first structure that we saw in the charts back in the day, and this one here was 1730. Okay, so we may expect a lower high here. Okay, this is not a fact, I am speculating here. Okay, so it could be around this level, between 1328 and 1085. Okay, so this could be our next target for the, for example, later bullish continuation, because we know at the first moment Bitcoin is going to drain all the other coins dominance. Okay, we know this by a fact. So those are the levels that we have to watch for. And there is another thing here that I'm missing, that XRP market cap continuation. Yes, let's take a look on the, okay, let me see here, just a second. Okay, I will have to check CoinMarketCap to check the numbers for the XRP in price for the handicap for the deeper analysis. But again, just a second. Let's use a triple chart here. Oh, okay. I let me go back. There is another thing here that I was missing. That was something that I've made a post on Twitter and I almost forget about it. Okay, let's start from the shorts. Yes, okay. So just a second. Let's make it 3 days. Okay, so as you guys can see, the bears had a huge loss from 16 right now to 5,000 on shorts, and some people were asking me how this works. Okay, so excuse me. For example, when you have a long position open and you close or you are liquidated, you are going to make a sell. And when you have a short position open and you close or you are liquidated, you are going to make a buy. So that's how the market moves around the futures contracts and the retail market. Okay, and so what we are expecting here, it's we are not expecting new lows for the bears, not for now, but we are going to face new lows probably soon. Right now we are waiting for another upside move here, increase in short contracts before the big day for our big move, that you have a better idea for this chart here. Just 1 second. I'm going to show the ones for Ethereum and XRP as well. So stay tuned, hold your hats. In just 1 second, there's a lot of things to cover. Oh, okay, so the bigger picture. So this is the bigger picture for BTC longs, okay? And as you guys can see, these range here were never taken out. And they are not going to be, okay? At least not for now. And so this is following Bitcoin trend, okay? Which is uptrend, of course. And what we're looking here for right now, that's what I'm going to show you. This is not the best candle. Okay, this one here is better. So as you guys can see, what do we have here? Just 1 second. I'm not making technical analysis here. It doesn't work here, okay? I already saw some people doing it. It's wrong. I'm just trying to show you what we are developing, okay? and it doesn't matter, we had a breach here, that's not the point. The point here is we are looking for right now we are looking for a contraction before expansion, okay? And this move right here is the one that's going to blast the roof, because most of these people here will be late bulls buying or longing on FOMO, okay? And so we are looking for a healthy retrace here on the longs, which it's going to start to fuel the fire for the downside move. We can even make a new high here before going down, which is the scenario we are expecting for. And so it's any number or above to 23,000 contracts or positions. That's the number we are looking for. It can be here, it can be here, doesn't matter. It is true that we can measure using Fibonacci to have a better idea. I am looking for the 50% level on the way up, not on the way down, okay? And so this is continuation, okay? Doesn't matter the way we move the lines here. This is bullish continuation, folks, okay? And it's also aligned with Bitcoin dominance and Bitcoin, the bigger picture. Just 1 second, let me show you. Hold on. Okay, as you guys can see, we have the continuation structure here. And this is the move that we are looking at, because nothing goes up forever. It is true that it's possible to have a bull break from here, but the chances are like 1% or below, okay? And also another thing that we just saw here for BTC longs, just a second, there is a lot of stuff to cover, hold on. Okay, so now the odds for the longs against the shorts are 6 to 1, which means we have a very likely scenario for a long squeeze, okay? So what does it mean? They are going to push Bitcoin down, and all those long positions are going to feel the fire, because when they close, they must sell, okay? So this is what we are expecting. And okay, let's take a look now on the Ethereum longs. Oops. Well, that's a thing. I also highlighted it before, and so this is mind-blowing stuff, right? There is nothing out there that compares with Ethereum, nothing. And we also went down around this event. We had a dump, and the longs still going up non-stop. So this is it is true that we have a range for a long squeeze, but the problem here is this: people is way bullish on Ethereum, okay? And so it doesn't matter how strong they push for a sell move, we are always looking to buy more and more Ethereum, okay? And now let's take a look on the shorts. So here we still have shorts going up and getting liquidated on the way. And so the correlation here, I don't see a big fall in the longs like I just showed you. And we are going to see an increase in the amount of shorts here, very likely, but it's not going to be a big deal, because we know what is going to happen in the bigger picture for Ethereum, okay? So most of this, let's check the date here. Okay, so from this guy here, to these ones here, they are all going to be wiped out, and they are also going to feel the fire for a move above. And now let's take a look on XRP. Just a second. So this is a bad chart due to this activity here, but let's see what we can do. Just 1 second. Okay. So XRP longs, they took a major blow around the event that we can mention, and we had no recovery so far. And this, folks, this in my opinion, it's a fake bear signal for reasons that I already mentioned before. For example, some people doesn't want XRP to look bullish, okay? Because, and also another thing, if we look back in the past, XRP is still the top one in gains, okay? So it's like this. Leave this alone for now. Let's not touch, because we know what we are going to happen soon, not yet. So we are very, very likely to lose this level here and end up in a very in another down move for all the longs, okay? And now let's take a look for the shorts, which we must compare. Okay, so we didn't had a rise on the shorts as well, but we are going to have soon, very, very soon, and will short live, okay? Very, very likely to be a lower high compared with the previous one, because for the reasons that I mentioned on the XRP video, the bigger picture, if you haven't saw, you must check it out. And so this is the kind of move that we are looking here: a growth in shorts and a decline in longs, which will somewhat even the odds for the longs and the shorts around a 50% scenario. That's what we are looking for, or any numbers close to each of these levels, okay? So guys, I believe this is it for now. This is let me see here. So Bitcoin chart, okay, just a second. Also, this is on the 3 days. Okay, let's go to the monthly, please. Yes, just 1 sec. So why I'm talking about the Bitcoin right now? Because it's like a way to talk about the whole market, okay? We know that right now we have a lot of bearish patterns all over, head and shoulders, and triple tops as well, and so far we are on top of the schedule for later bullish continuation for the whole crypto market, okay? Again, this is not only about Bitcoin, it's about the whole picture. That's the scenarios that we are looking for. And like I said, we are waiting for this move right here, and I'm not expecting, okay, a straight move up. It is true that we can trade like this before the big move, and yes, it's going to be a way strong bullish, okay? Have no doubt about it. And let's see if I'm not forgetting anything. Let me see here, volume. Okay, so yes guys, I believe this is it. I believe this is what we are expecting for the last train, or last leg down, which is not going to be aggressive before the continuation. It's not a new bull run. Okay, this is not a bear market. This is bullish continuation trend. Okay, so we are waiting for this attempt for the next bull break, and I believe this can happen maybe around the autumn or the winter. Okay, the major time frame that we are looking for, it's the winter pivot, which we have confluence for Bitcoin right here. Just a second. Yes, right here. So this is the scenario that we can see before the big day. Okay, so again, we are looking for autumn and also the winter. Okay, and also we can have some move between both, between the autumn and the summer. Let me put the autumn here. Second. Yes, so this range right here, as you guys can see, it's very close for a quick retrace before a bull break. We can see further action before the bull break. Okay, not for 2021, but it's possible for Q1 2021. Okay, so that's the time framing window that we are looking at. And so again, please don't make me questions like when we are going to have the bull break, when XRP is going to make new lows. Guys, I'm not a fortune teller. Okay, I don't know all those things. What we know, we have technical evidence for such, and when we have property targets. That's how it works. Okay, we are aware of key levels that we are always waiting for, but I don't make price predictions. Okay, we make price projection, which is way different. One has a method, the other doesn't have. The other is based on guessworks. Okay, so yeah, I believe I covered everything. Let me take a quick look on the chat. Just give me a second. J. Luciano, my brother, hello. Alexander, Skol, this is your year. Hey, everybody, let's go. August, present, my brother. Aijan, hello, my friend, you're welcome. Vasily, hello there. John Apple, Adrian, hello. Van Locke, greetings from Belgium, sorry. Greetings, my friend. No Lambos, only facts. Acrib Namer, hi friend, all together, hello. Tom B, hello Tom. Future Boy, hello. XRP, Bigger Stash, hello my brother. Cryptopolis, my father used to say, hold your horses. You did. Abdul, hello my friend. Then Helder, brother from Netherlands, yes. Michael Lorenzo, hello. Mind Waves, hey, can you look at CHZ? I have no idea what this is. You can share the chart with me on Twitter. Jace, thank you for your time and knowledge. You guys are welcome. Gabe, Del Gaiso, Monogram, yes, soon. Cringy, comment, XRP. I already made an update for XRP, and so far there is no further change. Nothing to look in the shorter time frame. Can give price ranges so we know what the levels mean. Yes, I shared it in the previous video for Bitcoin, Ethereum and XRP, if I'm not wrong. Do you think BAT will drop a little bit? Yes. I will make a TA on BAT soon, maybe tomorrow. It's been on fire lately, indeed. JP Morgan, XRP 2729 or 6. If Bitcoin made the top, guys, remember what I just said. I am not making price predictions. I showed you ranges, possible ranges for a move up and a move down. That's all. That's all. If you saw my previous video, it's there. The numbers are there. I checked the scenario for 6, for 7, for 8, for 27. It's all there. And they are possible scenarios, okay? Please stop asking me about time frames, when moon, when price, when we are going to reach 27 or 6. It's not about this. It's how we move and the direction we move, that we know that we are going to have targets for those levels, okay? Otherwise, people will keep asking, what's going to be the price for MGI tomorrow, to XRP tomorrow, to Ethereum tomorrow? Doesn't work like this, okay? So be rational. Look for price behavior, not fortune teller charts, you know? Future Boy, thank you, Houston, for this beautiful lesson. You guys are very welcome. This is our year. Any chance of a mini out season in the coming months? It is possible. It is possible, but it's unlikely. Yes, I already talked about this scenario. AJ, this was really helpful. Walking circles, hello from Canada. Hello, buddies. AJ, thanks. You are very welcome, AJ. This is our year. Thank you. You are very welcome. Mike's, thanks for analysis. You are very welcome. Adrian, all videos better than other. I have no idea how can I thank you. Well, you guys are very welcome. So guys, I believe this is it for now. I will keep making updates, okay? This is not the last one about this topic. There is a lot of things to cover yet. And well, I believe this is it. I hope this video helped the way you guys can see the charts and understand the price behavior, everything that's happening behind the scenes. And please don't forget to hit the like button, share with your friends, and subscribe. You can do it for free, okay? It doesn't cost you anything, and it's going to help me, okay? Because if by any means it's not a big deal, there is no traction on YouTube, I'm going to quit the videos, okay? It takes a lot of time, a lot of effort, you know, making the videos, publishing the videos, uploading, and making the description. It's not easy. It takes time, folks. It takes time. We have to support people who are always support people who are helping us, okay? Because we chase the wrongdoers, and we must support the people who are helping. A thing that you guys know that I do on Twitter, every single post I like, every single one, and reply, because of course if it's not something like absurd or dumb, I always liking other people content. Why? It takes a lot of effort. People are giving some hints or lights, you know. That's something that we really must do, and not only for me, attack for everyone else, okay? Because again guys, it's something that we can do for free, you know, for free. And so it's like free hugs, you know. Let me take another look. Crypto Elf. So when moon? Well, that's a stupid question. Sorry, because a lot of people are making this question, and it's something very dumb. That's not what we are looking for. We are looking for the bottom to make our better entry, higher profits, a better picture. People who are looking for a moon will always be late, and they will buy the FOMO and will up racket. So there is no moon. It's when bottom. Hashtag when bottom. That's what the smart money does. When bottom. Thank you for your time and effort. You guys, you are very welcome. Thank you, Joshua. You are very welcome, my friend. Keb Moya. Hello, Philippines. Guys, this is it. I hope we covered everything for now. This was a long video. We still have much things to cover in another section that we are going to cover soon. And yeah, for now this is it. Again, thank you for your time, thanks for your patience, thanks for your support, and I will see you guys soon. Have a great day.